Regina is with us in Las Vegas. Hi, Regina. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Hi, Ken. Thanks for taking the call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, I need some perspective. I appreciate the last caller because I think you gave me a little bit on that call, but I'm looking for some more.
Okay.
I'm currently on baby step 2. Been 4 years Gazelle Intense, and I'm going to be looking at a court date here tomorrow that's going to end up increasing that debt to about the tune of $25,000. I have literally been Gazelle Intense for 4 years, even during COVID, and my gas tank is on empty. I'm just not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't know if I can keep up the pace that I've been doing. I have 3 jobs, and my gas tank is empty.
I'm sorry.
So I don't know if I'm looking at a bankruptcy or if I have to do something not stupid.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How much debt have you got, not counting tomorrow?
$10,000, and I was coming for a debt-free scream in October.
Mm. And what's your income?
My income is $45 a year. I've upped it to $55 even during COVID.
Yeah.
But the problem I'm having is I end up in court because all these extra debts are attorney fees. And every time I go to court, I don't seem to be in good favor with the court. My child support is increased. So it's a very long journey, and I'm just tired of...
You pay child support?
I do.
Okay.
We have 50-50 custody, and it doesn't work out in my favor anytime I go to court because he's a full-time student making $10.50 an hour.
Okay. And what's the $25,000 tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the attorney's fees for the last 2 years of litigation.
You owe $25,000 to an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Over child support?
Yes, sir. It was because of COVID, it was extended. So it's just...
Well, if he wasn't working while it's extended, why did the bill keep going up?
Because my ex-husband made sure that the bill kept going. He kept putting things in there, and we kept having to respond. So, as each response happened, it's that $2.50 an hour, So it just, it's really spun out of control.
Yeah, you needed a new attorney.
Pardon me?
You needed a new attorney $25,000 ago.
I agree with you, sir, but unfortunately, I gave him a retainer, and I had nothing left in the tank after that. That was my emergency fund.
Yeah, I know.
So
because, when you make $60,000 and you spend $25,000 on child support, that's not in balance.
I totally agree with you, sir.
I'm not fussing at you. I'm just crying with you.
No, please, fuss at me.
No, you don't need to be fussed at. You've gotten fussed at enough. You just got a mess, kiddo.
Yep.
So
and
you
I'm
owe
just
the
looking for
attorney's
some
fees, and the attorney
perspective.
has sued you for the fees?
Yeah, tomorrow is the day. And we go to the judge. We've stayed off. We've done everything to try and...
Yeah, you're going to lose because you owe the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to lose. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you owe the money. I mean, there's not really a thing to, he sucks as an attorney is not a defense.
Correct.
For the attorney fees. I mean, you took them on. So,
yes.
And this guy knows that you make $60,000 a year.
He represented me for 2.5 years.
And he knows that you don't have any money.
He knows that.
Where does he think? What does he think this is going to accomplish? Do we have any idea?
I truly don't know. I just guess he wants to garnish my wages, which is going to basically leave me and my daughter in a big deficit.
Yeah.
It's going to change our world.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have?
That's what I'm looking for. Options, I guess, or perspective.
I would just tell him that we're either going to have to work something out that is a tremendous discount, and I'll go scrape some money together and give you a lump sum at a tremendous discount, or I'm going to help you to get zero because that's called a Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
And that's kind of what I did on my own because I knew what I was up against.
You told him that?
Yeah, I basically said, you know what I have, and you can go forward with this, but you know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically, laid it on to him, and he pushed the button. So I'm looking at this bankruptcy head on, and I want to know I'm doing the right thing. trying to stay a step above and a step
Yeah.
ahead for my daughter's sake.
Yeah. Well, I always tell folks, if you're going to file bankruptcy, and I never recommend it. It's a horrible process to go through. But if you're going to, make sure you've tried every single thing you can try before you do it. Because it is a life-altering thing. It's in the same category as a divorce. It's something you want to avoid if there's any way you can. So you try everything. Now, you've tried almost everything here, but here's the thing. Even if he gets the judgment tomorrow, and he probably will, then he has to act on it. And until he actually does act on it, it just sits there.
Well, he's pushed the motion to put in he's already filed the motion to garnish my wages. So, like
but
I
there's
said,
not even a judgment. Is there a judgment already?
Well, we put a stay on it, is my understanding.
On the
because
judgment?
we wanted oral arguments. Correct.
Okay.
So
the day the garnishment, the day the garnishment hits, that might be the day that you make your decision that you've done everything you can do.
Well, the day the garnishment hits, I'm going to have to move. I mean, I'm that tight.
No. If you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy, there's no garnishment. It goes away.
Understood. Okay.
So I'm saying if he actually does do that, not just threatens it. And so what we want to be careful of is that we've one more time I'll talk to him. One more time I'll say, listen, if you do this, and just say it out loud, just say, you're not getting a garnishment. Okay, I had this negotiation one time. I was negotiating for a business guy that had a bank debt with a local bank, and I'm sitting with the banker, and the banker says we're going to foreclose on the property, which obviously a bankruptcy stops a foreclosure. And I said, no, you're not. He goes, oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I said, no. We're either going to, there's two options. We're either going to work out something as we sit here with you guys and negotiate out some kind of settlement, or the guy's going into a Chapter 11 bankruptcy or a 7 bankruptcy. But you're not foreclosing on the property. I can keep you from foreclosing on the property. So let's establish that you're not going to foreclose. Now, it's either because of a bankruptcy or because we work something out. So which one do you want to do? It's your choice. Because, and then he comes up, well, we're going to foreclose. I'm like, dude, you're not real smart, are you? What I just said was, you're not going to be allowed to foreclose. Federal court's going to stop you, or you're going to come to an agreement today. But foreclosure is not going to occur. That's the type of conversation I would have with this attorney. Okay, there's not going to be a garnishment. Either I'm going to stop you with a Chapter 7, and you're going to get 0 in that case, or you and I work something out. And and those type of ultimatum discussions in a negotiation are sometimes the last thing you can do, and you want to do everything you can do to try to avoid this. You've fought so hard, you've come so close, and it would be a bloody shame for this one thing to take you down.
Yeah, and practically speaking here, whatever the amount is, I'm assuming, Dave, that the lawyer has shared what the amount is, the garnish would be, and so we got a figure. So if he's going to get anything, it's that number or less that he agrees to, and then you look at, okay, can I keep doing three jobs? And it doesn't sound like she can do 3 more jobs. I mean, 3 jobs, much more. Her tank is empty, as she said.
Well, her tank's empty because she just keeps getting piled on.
Yeah, but if she can push through and manage to make that money, a better second job, a better paying second job, that's that last resort to, okay, if I can settle this with this guy and not go into bankruptcy.
I give him $5,000 cash and go borrow it.
That's interesting, yeah.
That's what because I'd rather have 25. I'd rather have $5,000 debt than 25.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I mean, we'll settle with you one way or another here. But try some stuff like that, Regina, because sometimes these guys, you have to explain it to them. They're not smart sometimes.